Evan Johnson here with the new Kentucky Christian Lady Knights soccer coach, Al Serhal. Coach, thanks for joining us today. I know you were here back in 2009 and 2010, and then took a couple of years off, and then got the job back. So we can talk a little bit about that season and then what you're looking forward in the future.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes, I worked at KCU in church relations and campus ministry from 2007 through 2010. And so in 2009, I took over the Lady Knights soccer program. And at that time, the program had been struggling. And so we got the program somewhere like February or March, and didn't have a lot of time to recruit. So actually, as the saying goes, I was recruiting out of the cafeteria. You know, hey, you can play, you can play. And so we put a team together. Probably half of them were soccer players, half of them were just girls willing to play. And it really was a good year because there weren't a whole lot of expectations. And we managed to win 6 or 7 games, and we actually won the region. So that was exciting. We beat Ohio Christian in a double overtime, dramatic win, and got to the Nationals. And then the next year, we did have some good recruits come in. The team won, I think, 11 or 12 games. We won our first ever game in the national tournament, beating Toccoa Falls. And then I ended up moving to Georgia. And so now we're back in this area, and the vacancy came open, and so I'm looking forward to what we can do in the next few years.
Tell us about what the girls are doing this spring to get ready. I know you just took over, but just what your plans are for them and for the upcoming season.
Well, what I've been doing really, and I've just been in this role this week, I've met with all the players, met them as a group, and then also met with them individually. And I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. There's a desire to win, a desire to get better and stronger. So our plan for the spring is to get them in the conditioning mode. My philosophy of coaching revolves around 4 C's. Conditioning, courage, playing with courage, competition, competing against one another in practice. So often, particularly the female athlete, they're very competitive against the opponents, but they don't always like to compete against their teammates. And so we try to create an environment of competition in practice against one another. And then the 4th C is character. And we are very intentional about trying to build and develop and teach character on our team. So our first thing is conditioning and creating an attitude of conditioning. And there's a lot of things in soccer you don't have control over. But conditioning is something that you can control. You can out-condition your opponent. You can be in better shape than your opponent. So we're trying to develop that culture.
All right. Well, thanks for taking your time out today, Coach, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the field this fall.